All right, so for some reason, black people still feel like Donald. For the black people that still feel like Donald Trump is the best option. For the black people that feel like Kamala Harris ain't black enough. For the black people that feel like the Republican Party is the way to go. I hope y'all been seeing what's been going on for the past couple weeks. The past couple weeks, what's been happening, a lot been going on. Sonya Massey, hope I'm saying the name right, was killed by the police. She was killed by the police, and there's no way to try to justify what happened. If you saw the video, then you saw that here you had a woman that had a pot of boiling water on the stove and said she rebuked the police in the name of Jesus. He decided to go upon himself and kill her for that. He told he was going to shoot her in her effing face. And then he did it. She even tried to apologize and say she was sorry. She fell to the ground and he still shot her in the face. The problem is Donald Trump ties back into all of this because he wants to give those same officers immunity. He wants to grant immunity to the officers that are going around here killing people. Because what he said is sometimes people, because they have a short decision to make, that they're afraid or whatever, and it's a mistake. He said it's a mistake that people get killed. He believed that it's a mistake that people are getting killed. Or the officer didn't really mean to do it. It was just a spur of the moment type of thing. So they had to kill her. They had to kill whomever. The problem with that is that this is happening too often. And every time you look up, is another black person that either got punched by the police, that either got killed by the police, that got choked by the police. And these are the same people we talking about giving immunity to. If y'all knew about my run-ins with the police, when I was totally innocent, doing nothing wrong, when I got pulled over, had my car searched, when I got pulled over, it was told to step out of my car on the interstate by the state troopers. It was told to stand on the side of the road while they searched my car. In the time when I was told to step out of my car with my hands up and put my hands behind my back because something happened in the area my car fit the description. After they followed me for 15 miles down the road. These are the same people that you're talking about giving immunity to. The police that we call in my neighborhood that don't show up. The police that will tell you when you're in certain communities that being threatened that someone's going to kill you is just empty talk. It's not going to happen. The police that I never seen really do any good in my life. I don't never see the police do good. But y'all black people, for some reason, I guess y'all do. Guess y'all ain't been through none of these experiences. Maybe y'all don't live in these towns. Maybe y'all need to move down to Tampa or move into a city where y'all can see this is really happening. Because if you think it's okay for the police to have immunity, full immunity, then that's a problem. Because the officers do have a job to do. The justice system do have a job to do. And sometimes things don't go as planned. But to shoot people who are in no form, shape, or harm to you, that's not okay. It's never okay. And it would never be okay. Donald Trump still believes, after all of that happened, that the police should go full immunity. A lot of you black people feel like Kamala, oh, she ain't black enough. He just said today, she's Indian. When did she become black? The last time I checked, if your skin ain't white in America, then it's black. If your skin ain't white, it's black or it's brown. It don't go by what ethnicity or what race you really are. It goes by the color of your skin. I don't know when there was a time where I could say, oh, I'm not black, I'm Indian. and it was okay. I'm pretty sure when I go outside, I'm pretty sure when the cops pull up for whatever reason, they don't look at me like he might be Indian, he might be Hispanic, man, they look at me like I'm black. You know why? Color of my skin. So in America, the color of your skin determines what you are. It don't matter what you are. I could be a native Indian. I could be from Ecuador. I could be from Jamaica, anywhere. If my skin tone is black, then I'm black. And the blacker you are, the blacker you are. So this whole notion that she's not black enough, it's crazy. Because black is black. In America, it's no, I'm light skinned, so I'm not black. You still black. Obama was mixed. He's mixed black and white, raised by a white family, but he was the first black president. So now all of a sudden, Kamala ain't black enough. For you black people, I'm saying. And for the white people that feel the same way. Who determines what's black enough in America? Who decides what's black enough? Who decides who's black? Because if you really want to break it down technically, nobody's really just black. Everybody mixed with something. But there's a lot of you black people who, oh, the Democrats never did nothing. They just tell a bunch of lies and they never did nothing for me. What you think the Republicans do? Since when did we start trusting politicians to be completely honest and tell us the truth about everything? What y'all already realize is that presidents always run on a message that they're going to do this or they're going to do that. And a lot of times they do try to get it done, but you have Congress. It ain't up to them. It's Congress who has to step in. You have Congress who has to make laws where the president has to sign it. I hear people saying, oh, well, Joe Biden did nothing but lie. Where Kamala been at? She ain't been doing nothing. Donald Trump said he was going to build a wall. He said he was going to find some health care that was better than Obamacare. He said that we were going to have the greatest economy and a lot of other things along with it. But what we got to say was a million people dead from COVID. No wall was built. A lot of these black people, I can tell you, I'm from the black neighborhood, I'm from the black community. They only talking about vote for Trump or even possibly think about it because they got a stimulus. If you don't believe me, go to these hoods and go ask around. If you get them $1,200 stimulus, you can buy their vote. That's how sad it is. $1,200 will buy their vote. The good news, though, is that a lot of these black people, we talk about this and stimulus and money and voting and I'm going to vote for Trump. They don't even vote. A lot of these people that's talking trash on the internet about Kamala, about the Democratic Party, and y'all still listen to the Democrat. These people are felons. They can't even vote. So first and foremost, stop listening to people who can't even vote. Why would you listen to somebody who can't even vote? Why would you listen to people who don't vote? These people just want to put their 2 cents in, but none of them want to do nothing but sit around and talk, and they don't even vote. Either they can't vote or they don't vote. And y'all listening to these people telling you, oh, y'all still want to listen to the Democrats. Oh, y'all don't know. Y'all want to go vote for her. She ain't even black enough. She put black people in jail. She was a prosecutor. What was she supposed to do? Was she supposed to let the people go free? If your job was to be a prosecutor and you saw that someone was guilty or you found like they was guilty, so because you black and they black, you supposed to let them go? You supposed to let them go and lose the case when you know that they're guilty? When in reality you didn't find nobody guilty. You didn't put nobody in jail. The jury is who found them guilty. You just put the facts on the table. Your job as a prosecutor is just to put the facts on the table. But yet people feel like you supposed to let somebody go. It ain't your job to do that. It's up to the jury. It's up to the judge. So for people saying she put a lot of good black people away, she ain't put nobody away. She just put the facts on the table. And that's how it is. And the jury found her guilty. That jury could have found her innocent. The judge could have threw the case out. But they felt like they was guilty too. So for the black people who feel like Kamala ain't black enough, Trump ain't black, JD Vance ain't black. If it's about color, then what are we talking about? Because the reality is it shouldn't even be about race. It should be about who's best fit to lead this country. And the reason why I'm speaking to the black people is because y'all are not looking at that. Y'all looking at the color. Y'all are looking at the color of her skin. Yeah, y'all are saying she ain't black enough. Trump saying she ain't black enough. That's what y'all looking at. Y'all are not looking at the fact that it ain't about that. It's about who's best fit to lead this country. So I might add a few clips to this. I want y'all to take a look and y'all can determine for yourself on what y'all want to do in November.
Nadia Massey, someone from Illinois, an unarmed black woman, was shot the other day in her home by a deputy sheriff. The deputy has since been charged with murder. You've said police would get immunity from prosecution if you win. Why should someone like that officer have immunity, in your opinion?
Immunity?
Immunity.
I don't know the exact case, but I saw something, and it didn't look good to me. It didn't look good to me. Are you talking with the water, right?
Yeah, well, police unions are not backing this person either.
Okay.
But again, why would...
They're going to be charging the officer? I guess they're charging the officer.
So why should he receive immunity?
Well, he might not. I mean, it depends. It depends on what happens. I'm talking about people that are much different cases than that. We need people to protect ourselves. And by the way, in Chicago, as an example, a few weeks ago, July 4th weekend, they had 117 shootings and 17 deaths. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. We need to have our police officers have the respect and dignity back. In this particular case, I saw something that didn't look good to me. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
So can you get a little more specific back to the immunity question? Who would make those
Well, right now, for the most part, people are protected by their unions, by their police unions, or by their police departments. But I'm saying if I felt, or if a group of people would feel that somebody was being unfairly prosecuted because the person did a good job maybe with crime, or made a mistake, an innocent mistake. There's a big difference between being a bad person and making an innocent mistake. But if somebody made an innocent mistake, I would want to help that person.
What would those exceptions be? What would determine an innocent mistake?
You go after somebody and it's a very close call and it's very dangerous. And you know, they have, the policeman's life and woman is a very difficult thing because sometimes you have less than a second to make a life and death decision. And sometimes very bad decisions are made. They're not made from an evil standpoint, but they're made from the standpoint of they made a mistake.
There's another thing I do want to add that I almost forgot to say. Megan Thee Stallion performed at Kamala Harris rally. And a lot of people are talking about she was twerking. This is a disgrace. Did y'all watch the Republican convention? Did y'all see how they brung out Hulk Hogan, Amber Rose, and all these other clowns? Did y'all see that? Did y'all watch that? So Megan Thee Stallion's supposed to get up there and just like do what? That's what the kind of music she makes. She's supposed to just pretend that she's an angel and that she make gospel music or something. I'm actually proud of Megan Thee Stallion because a lot of black entertainers or black rich people, we're gonna say, they're afraid. They're afraid that they're gonna lose their fans. They're afraid to come out and say something. They feel like, I don't want to say nothing. I'm gonna stay neutral. I'm gonna stay out of it. It don't got nothing to do with me. So I applaud her. I don't care if she was twerking. That's what she do. It ain't like if she would have went up there and didn't twerk, people wasn't gonna go look up videos of Megan Thee Stallion, whoever didn't never know who she was and never seen her, and start critiquing, oh, she made twerk songs. She twerked. It would have came out on the news, the media whoever don't like Megan Thee Stallion, y'all always gonna go look up videos of it anyways and say this is the woman y'all brought to y'all rally. So guess what? I'm happy that she did it. We need more people to come out and do it. Where the rest of y'all? I'm calling out Nicki, Cardi, Glorilla, all the rest of y'all. Where y'all at? I want to see the rappers do it. I'm not. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm for it. Cause a lot of these people get rich and feel like they rich, so they don't have to be. They don't have to do it because they rich. But a lot of these entertainers are afraid. They're afraid of losing their fan base. And I do remember a point where Glorilla was at the White House and she met President Biden. And it was a happy moment for her, and people try to critique her for it. And I'm happy she stood on it. I'm happy that Glorilla stood on it. So far, I've seen Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion and Quavo come out. Where are the rest of y'all rappers at? And for the black people that want to say, oh, that's a circus or that's embarrassing. What's embarrassing is y'all talking about voting for Trump. What's embarrassing is that y'all are talking about Kamala ain't black enough. That's what's embarrassing. Y'all embarrassing. So that's where I'm going to end it.